Hey guys, it's Stephen here, back with another video. Manchester City play Southampton tomorrow in the Premier League away from home. It's going to be a really interesting game. Today, I'm going to run through the team news, the overview, try and predict that 11 of course, and of course, try and predict the final score too. Welcome to this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let's try and get to 1,500 likes if possible. And today as well, I'm working with a new sponsor. I'm very excited to be working with the best VPN on the market. NordVPN are working alongside me. You can go to nordvpn.com/esteemed company right now to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. NordVPN is a fantastic VPN. If you don't know what that is, essentially it helps protect your identity and sensitive data on the internet. You got to stay safe online, man. You don't want to lose your private details. You don't want to get hacked and all your stuff being taken. I'm not sure if you know basically, but every time you connect to a public Wi-Fi account, for example, your data can be hacked quite easily by anyone on that same network. Whereas a VPN encrypts a tunnel for your data, which protects your online identity, helps hide your IP address. And if you don't really understand all that kind of technical side, the very positive side, from my opinion, is that it unlocks all that geo-locked data. So essentially, you're scrolling through Twitter and you see, what a goal by this player, and then this player's goal isn't showed because it's not available to view in your area. With a VPN, you can quickly with one little click change the location and watch that content, which of course has better benefits. It means you get more content on your streaming platforms. I go over to Netflix in the US, for example, more content, and occasionally you can get things for cheaper as well at a lower price due to different deals in different countries. It's a really fantastic service. I use it now personally. I've had it since I worked with it in December and I absolutely love it. I've been milking that geo-locked data, switching around all the time. And I also feel like I got more and more content to use. So once again, go to nordvpn.com/esteemed company to get a 2-year plan plus 1 additional month with a huge discount. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Do it right now. Click the link in the description, protect your data, and get access to more content at better prices as well. What's not to love about that? NordVPN. Chef's kiss. Absolutely beautiful. As are you guys, of course. We're going to talk about this today. Oh, by the way, look at this. Silver Sega. Silver instead of Sega. Also on my little merch store if you want it. I love it. I made it myself. I absolutely love it. I'll show you right now. Boom. So today, Manchester City play, not today, tomorrow Manchester City play Southampton in a very interesting game of football. Of course, we have to talk about one of the most frustrating games of the season. I was there working with Manchester City on this day, the 0-0 at home against Southampton back in September. I think it was like the 17th, 18th, something like that. It was one of those days where pretty much nothing went right. It was a poor day for Manchester City, and it was the kind of day actually that led to all these articles about Chelsea being the current favourites and a lot of soul searching from some Manchester City fans. I can hand on heart say I never really feared that we'd get over this. I genuinely thought we'd be alright, and of course then we had that huge week. I think it was that huge week afterwards against Chelsea, Liverpool, PSG and so on. But I was always confident, but it was a scary day because City were shot shy that day. We were terrible. We couldn't really create anything, and we kind of got lucky as well, some would say, with the overturned penalty that never was with Kyle Walker. Was it Armstrong he pulled down? It's someone he pulled down, but Southampton were good that day. In general, our record against Southampton is good, but it does feel tough. I don't know why. We've won 8 out of the last 10 games against the Saints. 8 out of 10 with only a draw and a loss in that. But most recently as well, we have struggled a couple of times against them, failing to score in 2 of our last 4 games. But we can't deny that overall our record against Southampton is pretty good. But they are a good side, man. They've got a good coach in Hassan Hussle. They've got some very good players, of course, which we'll get onto in a bit. And games against Southampton away, they do have they do have a story to them. They aren't always a guarantee. I've got no doubt though whatsoever that if we take this seriously and we turn up and we work hard, which we usually do, then we should be alright, especially given the team news. It is a strong squad. There's a couple of players missing, of course. No Cole Palmer in training. I think he's got a slight knock or something like that at the moment. It isn't COVID, apparently, because he was spotted at the Chelsea game in the stands. Zinchenko wasn't spotted either in training. Mahrez, of course, is away at the African Cup of Nations, so those 3 are not available. But the good news is that Nathan Ake returned after missing the Chelsea game, and Liam Delap is back in training too, which is a lovely thing. It's the kind of thing you want to see. Liam Delap back there. On the Zinchenko front, by the way, there were some reports that he's about to sign a new contract, despite some interest from Real Betis over in in Spain. That'd be lovely because I like him there. But otherwise, in terms of training, we had Ederson, Stefan Carson all in training, Walker, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, Laporte, Ake, Fernandinho, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo, De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish, Sterling and Jesus. And then some young players. Finley Burns was training as well. Recently signed a new contract, of course. Wilson Esbrand, CJ Egan-Riley. Keiki was there as well. Delap and James McAtee as well. So we got a strong squad available. It's good to see so many senior players out there. In terms of the actual predicted 11, when you've got a squad like this, it kind of comes hard to predict, of course, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I reckon it's going to be Ederson in goal. Ederson is pretty much a given for this game because he's our number one, and why wouldn't he be playing? I feel like it's just the Ederson. I need to say something. Just Ederson at the start of this. Ederson, as good as Stefan is, as good as Carson is. Carson, legend, of course. It's going to be Ederson. The defence, I can't really see a change, actually. I think Stones and Laporte were excellent the other day. My controversial opinion here is as good as Diaz has been, I think Guardiola might stick with Stones and Laporte here because they were excellent against Chelsea. And if you played that well against the European champions, you pretty much deserve another go. And I think that's the only fair conclusion from this. So I reckon Walker will play it right back again, Cancelo at left back, and then Ruben Diaz will sit this one out with John Stones and Laporte starting. I could be wrong, but I wouldn't drop either of them. I thought Laporte was excellent against Chelsea. He's had some slow games this season, but I thought he was excellent against Chelsea. And Stones, likewise, perfect. So those four would be the back four that I reckon Guardiola would go for, because Diaz, he doesn't deserve to be dropped, but it's not dropped. It's like, you have a few games out where these step in. Keep him more healthy, keep him more fit, keep him more competitive is what I would personally do. Into midfield, Rodri, of course. The superstar Rodri, I was going to say the CD and economics thing, and he's got no social media and all that kind of stuff, and no tattoos, and, they're not mean going around Twitter. Rodri's going to start there. It gets interesting here because Gundogan he feels like he's sat a few games out recently. It feels like he has. I think Gundogan's going to play this game alongside Bernardo. I think Kevin De Bruyne is going to sit on the bench for this one. Not because he's done anything wrong, just because he was great against Chelsea. He scored the winner, but I still think, I don't know though. He did score the winner against Chelsea. It's so hard. It's so hard to predict the Manchester City side. But I'm still going to be bold and say De Bruyne will get a rest. He doesn't need a rest, but I think he will do. I think it's going to be Rodri, Gundogan and Bernardo. Then personally, I see the same forward line as against Chelsea. I reckon it's going to be Sterling, who was ridiculous the other day. There is an argument to say that Foden might sit this one out with De Bruyne starting, because Foden had a quiet game. But I think Foden, Grealish and Sterling will play this. I personally would play De Bruyne probably ahead of Foden or Grealish. Probably ahead of Grealish, but I think he'll go for Foden, Grealish, Sterling with Jesus, De Bruyne, Werner, Ake, Diaz all on the bench for this one. I might be wrong. In terms of the substitutes then, you're going to have Stefan, you're going to have Diaz, you're going to have Ake, Fernandinho, De Bruyne, Jesus, and that leaves a gap for maybe McAtee or Keiki or someone like that on the bench as well, which would be interesting. Unless he produces two goalkeepers, which he shouldn't do. Put McAtee there, put Delap there or Keiki or someone like that. That's what I reckon anyway. In terms of the opposition, Southampton are currently sat in 12th. They're a very good side. Let's look at their results. They beat Wolves. They lost to Wolves 3-1 the other day, which was a big loss for them actually. And they had a few chances themselves, but Jimenez, Cody and Traore put them to the sword despite James Ward-Prowse's wonderful free kick, I think it was that game. Their form though in general, let's have a look. They did lose 3-1 of course. They beat Brentford 4-1, which was a good result for them. They also progressed ahead of Swansea in the FA Cup 3-2. Drew 1-1 against against Spurs, they are Southampton. They also beat West Ham 3-2 away from home back in December. Their form has been okay. It's been a bit mixed, but they have got quality players, we all know this. Bros is on loan to them at the moment. He's been really good, the Chelsea youngster, powerful, bullish forward. He's got a lot of potential. Nathan Redmond always plays well against Manchester City. He's lively, alert. James Ward-Prowse is a course. Don't let him anywhere near the goal with a set piece. He's a fantastic footballer. I really like Ward-Prowse a lot. He's got loads of ability as well, in my personal opinion. They are, though, missing a few players. Hassan Hutt will confirm this. No Tino Livramento, who's a very good player. No Will Smallbone, and no Alex McCarthy, who is their number one keeper, of course. He's been out for a while. I think Fraser Forster is lightly deputised in his place. Though Willie Caballero did play a few games as well. I'd love to see Big Willie in goal for them, but I don't think we will do. Hassan Huttel, of course, he said he's been very complimentary. He said the performance against us was one of his best, but he also said they are by far, as in Manchester City, the best team in the league, and it's one of the biggest challenges we have every year. But that's why you want to face these teams. The players like the biggest challenges, and hopefully we can make it difficult for them. We need to be brave with the ball, not park the bus, and then we have it. Make make sure our attacking moments end with shots on target. Hopefully, we can keep the good things from last time, make them even better. Hopefully he's wrong, but they've got every reason to feel confident. In the last 7 Premier League home games, they've won 3 and drawn 4, so they're in decent form and have got good players. And even though obviously last time out it wasn't good for them, in general they are a fantastic side, and the three at the back thing has been working an awful lot for them. They will be aggressive out wide, and they will look to play the Manchester City's channels, and they'll run and work hard because that's what Hasenhüttl teams do. Having said that, I've got to be confident about Manchester City's chances here because we're in fantastic form, winning game after game after game after game. And if we win this one as well, all of a sudden things look ominous for everyone else. They already are ominous. City, of course, miles out in front, but we need to extend that. We need to extend it with Liverpool going away to Crystal Palace, which could be a bit of an banana skin for them. It could be a good chance to extend that lead even further. I'm going to go Manchester City to win this game because it'd be churlish and foolish to say anything else. I do think it'll be a difficult game, but I do think the players, after a few days rest, it's been a quiet week for Manchester City due to no Carabao Cup. Awful. But that's the reality. So due to no Carabao Cup, City will be absolutely refreshed and up for this. And of course, we were imperious against Chelsea. So I'm going to say a comfortable 2-0 victory for Manchester City. I think we'll be good. I think it'll be difficult, but I think Southampton will eventually be undone by our quality and classiness. So I'm going 2-0 Manchester City with Sterling to score, and I'm going to say Ilkay Gundogan to score as well. Or a defender. Maybe Cancelo. Something like that, actually. I'll definitely clip this up if I get it wrong or get it right and change it around. Who knows? Guys, thank you very much for watching this. Don't forget to check out nordvpn.com/Esteemed Kompany to protect your online data and get a fantastic deal right now. Silver Sega once again. It's available in the link in the description below as well. Thank you to all the names currently scrolling down the side of the screen. My Patreon producer, Scott Denemy. You're all absolute legends. Get me to 60k. Hit that subscribe button. Get to 1,500 likes in this video. And I'll see you, of course, for a match reaction. I'm going to be doing a watch along, I reckon, as well. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Guys, you're all absolutely awesome. And I'll see you very, very, very soon.